So welcome everyone to our chat today on COA's computer-aided drafting program. We have with us John Stolarczyk, Michelle Waters, Derek Blackford is supposedly going to be joining us here soon, Don Stallings, Carol Balance, and Logan Waller. Thank you all for joining us today, and we're going to just go ahead and jump in with some brief introductions from each of you. And we're going to start with John.
Hey, this is John Stolarczyk here. I'm the computer-aided drafting instructor at the Currituck campus for College of Albemarle.
Okay. Dean Waters.
Hi, Michelle Waters, Academic Dean over our Business, Industry, and Applied Technologies Division, which houses our computer-aided drafting program. Welcome for everyone who is viewing and joining us today.
Thank you. Don Stallings.
Hi, everybody. My name is Don Stallings, and I'm Stallings Cabinets along with my wife, Renee. I am a former COA graduate from 1984.
Awesome.
In the drafting program.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Carol Balance.
Yeah, Carol Balance. I'm a design drafter at Hopper Flow Controls. I also went through the drafting program at COA, and I got my degree in December of 2022.
Awesome.
So I was kind of a late bloomer.
Yeah, awesome. And Logan Waller.
Yep. Hi, I'm Logan. I went through the computer drafting program over there at COA, I want to say 2 years ago. I'm terrible with dates. I'm working over at Stallings Cabinets now, actually, due to the program, so it's pretty fun.
Good. We're going to dive right into some questions for everybody today. So let's start with John. Tell us what makes computer-aided drafting here at COA unique or special.
Well, at COA, we have a program that goes into architectural drafting and covers mechanical drafting. So you do get exposed to the different parts and systems of homes because we're all going to end up living in homes, even if we're working in engineering or mechanical stuff. So it's good to get exposed to that. And then you're learning mechanical stuff that relates to manufacturing and design that could lead you into a lot of different directions for careers with that.
Mm-hmm. And you want to talk a little bit about your facility over there?
Yes, we've got very advanced computers. So these would be considered high-end gaming computers if we were playing games, but we're trying to make real stuff here. So we are capable of doing renderings and stuff that could further go into 3D animation. If you wanted to take that direction later on, you would have some of the skills and tools at your fingertips to make that happen.
Yes, very nice state-of-the-art lab space there for your students. Okay. Dean Waters. How has the program evolved over the years to meet industry standards and workforce demands?
Well, I think as John just mentioned, the computer lab is state of the art, stays up to date. We're constantly replacing our computers and our equipment, but also the software that we're utilizing. And I'm sure he's going to talk a little bit more throughout our conversation tonight about what type of software he's using to teach students. But I think something else that has been developing is not only for our workforce, but our student population within that program. But not only do students have the opportunity to take that program face-to-face at our Currituck campus, but students can also access this program through our web conferencing and online platforms, which allow students from really anywhere in our service area and beyond to access this program. And I think that's been a huge development within that program over the last few years that really does make it accessible and keeps it changing with the times to all students who are interested in it.
Definitely affords students a lot of flexibility in attending. Yes. Okay. Mr. Stallings.
Yes, ma'am.
How does COA graduates contribute to innovation and problem solving within your company?
We manufacture custom-made cabinets, and so it involves designing. So if you get directly to the point of computer-aided drafting, Logan has been very valuable to us, and everything is working out well. What she learned at COA. Logan basically runs our program, and it's called Pro Kitchen, which is very good as far as graphics and plan view, elevations, everything that's necessary to start out with, show our customers what they're getting. You know, we are building a house or we're going to remodel our kitchen and among other things in their home. And they will come, you know, so sometimes they're repeat customers, sometimes they're new. So we want to be them to feel confident about what we're doing from the beginning to the end. And we strive for that. And the value of the computer aided drafting is they could sit down and with them along with Logan doing the drawings, and they see their kitchen evolve. And the biggest thing is, believe it or not, some people don't understand when they see a plan view and elevation. They all understand when they see 3D graphics. And it surprised me how many people don't understand it, but that is the case. So when they do it, say, yes, that's the kitchen I want. I would like to have it. How much does it cost? And let's pick out a color, granite color, that kind of thing. So that is very valuable in the way of the graphics I found as far as a selling point.
Right.
Then when you sell them, we generate a price through Pro Kitchen for the cabinet portion of it. And basically Logan does the designing, works with them hand to hand, getting the kitchen that they're going to fall in love with, and we generate a price. She also does the contracts, and then, you know, we present it to them. If it's a go, from there we have to do a cut list to manufacture it, and Logan does that also. And then it's gone back to the shop where we have other employees that love what they're doing, and they go out there and have a good time putting it together.
I'm going to go down here with Carol, who's at the bottom of my screen. Tell us what skills are most in demand in your industry right now, and how does COA's program prepare students to meet those needs and demands?
We basically, like you said, we're a manufacturing company. We make parts that are small enough that you can't find if you drop it, to large enough for a person to get inside of.
Right.
And mostly what they're looking for is somebody that can sit there and design what we need for the customer. If the customer says, hey, I want this, we need somebody that can sit there and say, okay, we can do it this way, or we can do it this way. And then we let the customer decide what they want. Because we do subsea, we do goes out in space. We have them on the Navy ships. You know, we have an oil industry. So we're covering just about everything.
So do you find COA students are well prepared for those needs that you have there?
To a certain degree, yes. It's a lot of on-the-job learning. Because when I went there, I had no idea what a flow meter was. And that was 32 years ago. But in my 32 years, I have learned a lot. Not only are we doing, you know, I'm doing the 3D models and the drawings for it. I also had to keep up with the paperwork, the, you know, drawing control, the document control. So you got a lot of stuff that you have to do. And I think when I went through the program, because I had the 2D basics anyway, but it helped me to understand, to look at something and think of it in a 3D dimension. So that's what helped me.
Good. Logan.
Tammy, just real quick, I just love that we're hearing the residential and the, you know, mechanical side of this program and how it covers both of those.
Yeah, exactly. Logan?
Yep.
Okay. How did the skills and knowledge you gained from the program help you? And I know that he's kind of talked a little bit about what you do there, but how do you think that has helped you and prepared you for where you are today?
A lot of the programs that I learned in the program helped me have the building blocks to be able to use Pro Kitchen in a way that was a lot more streamlined than possibly somebody who hadn't done the program at all and was seeing it for the first time. I knew what all of the different model pieces were for all the cabinet structures and everything without too much needing to have like that temporary adjustment.
Yeah, I think what I'm hearing from you and from Carol is that, our students are well prepared to enter the workforce and to be able to learn those industry requirements of the on-the-job training that you're only going to get once you get into the positions that you're in.
Right.
So we're preparing you for those entrances into this drafting world. Yes?
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're going to go back up to John here and talk to him for a minute. You talked a little bit about the curriculum, but kind of give us an overview of the curriculum and what students can expect to learn. You talked a little bit about that a while ago, but let's expand on that just a little.
So they're going to start out with drawing board drafting, which not all colleges do, but it does have its importance to help understand how to use scales, how to slow down and think and really concentrate about every line that you're doing, every dimension that you're placing. And then you're going to move over to the regular 2D drafting CAD. So there will be 2 classes in that. And the third semester, you're going to move into the 3D world, which we have seen a lot of companies kind of move into, where 10, 15 years ago, they were kind of resisting that change in some ways, but we pretty much see all of them going there now.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, you're using Fusion 360, Autodesk Inventor for mechanical parts and 3D design that can create solid 3D models, which is what is used for 3D printing. So 3D printing is probably not being done at these companies yet, but it could be in some way in the future, or other companies have that need. Students are coming in prepared for that too. And for renderings for homes, very realistic renderings that pretty much like a nice video game, clear level of clarity and realistic views.
Interesting. I know I'm kind of getting familiar with looking at renderings from our new health sciences simulation facility expansion. So I haven't really looked at a lot of renderings until now, but yeah, so it's really cool that our students are learning the very thing that we're using to build our new facility. Dean Waters, you want to talk a little bit about the types of support services that are available for students enrolled in this program?
Sure. I think support services are in everything that we do here at the institution. Of course, tutoring, but again, I'm going to hit, with this program, like many of ours, our student faculty ratio, I think, is a big plus with this program. The fact that our instructors have industry backgrounds, are constantly seeking training and expanding their own skills as well, I think is extremely valuable. But I think something else that goes along with some of these programs, and I'm going to talk about Logan just a little bit here too. We talk about test drives in a lot of these different podcasts that we're doing, but Logan actually was in the original test drive pilot that we tried, and she found that this was a program that actually something that she wanted to do. She might have forgotten that I remember that back then, but we now we've adapted and evolved that. So these test drives, I think, is really a great student support service from day one, because it makes sure that students find the right fit program before they get into a class or a program and get too far down the road and realize that maybe it's something that they don't want to do or they want to make a change. And I think that's really important to student success, is finding the right programs. And I think these podcasts are actually, kind of leading the way too, and letting students get a sense of what these programs do and offer as well, and setting them up for success from the get-go.
Yeah. Yeah, and definitely have opportunity for scholarships and things to help with the cost of college. Right now we have the Next NC scholarship, and there's a lot of other opportunities available, the COA. So
internships, we offer the work-based learning on, we talk about the front end while you're in the program, but I also think on, when you're wrapping up the program and you're entering the workforce, we offer work-based learning. That's part of this program. And I think that's a huge service that we offer students to allow them to get some job opportunities and then find the right company. Because as you can see just today, there's a lot of opportunities in CAD that are very a large variety and different job opportunities in our region.
yes, Absolutely. In fact, we were expecting to have someone join us tonight through the Coast Guard base, and they had a conflict. But that's another employer that, you know, makes great use of picking up on our graduates. I think they have 3 in the one division that we were going to speak with someone from tonight. So definitely. So I would like to ask Stallings and Hoffer to tell us a little bit of how important are the partnerships with our COA and our local businesses and creating a skilled workforce for you, or the pipeline for you?
You want me to start? Or?
Sure.
Okay. All right. So basically, I'm gonna back up a little bit. I did go through the program, and I don't know if you heard it before when it was cutting out, but it was 1984 when I graduated. I did go from 82 to 84, and basically they go through their 2-year program, and I didn't do that. I have worked on AutoCAD quite a bit with other companies I worked with before I became self-employed in 97. And we did AutoCAD in the 90s, and it was with a little bit of commercial work that we did. I worked with a company in Elizabeth City called Precision Millwork for about 4 years. And they traveled all over doing hospitals and different things. So that was my biggest start on that. And it was very valuable because you have to do something called shop drawings in the commercial world, which is very detailed, cutting sections of a cabinet in very detailed form to show the customer and the owner. So that's very valuable. Then as I progressed, I like residential a lot better, and that's what I've always done. So the program, we bought this program in 2004, and we've always used it, always bought the upgrades. And I will very much give Logan the credit as far as being proficient at it. And I did it, and just not the most tech savvy person in the world. I am the owner here, so my focus is actually making a living at doing this. So basically, I have to. So I analyze it. The big thing is to get that kitchen and the other cabinets into their house and have them very pleased with the product that you sent, and they recommend you in the future. So basically, you're going to make a living at this, and where the value comes in, as far as the for us the Pro Kitchen, is that the customers flat out love the 3D drawings. I already mentioned that. And it's very much understand them. You can show them that, say, yeah, I love it, but this is what I want. Not everybody's like that, but there's some that very much sell on it. And so basically, Logan, as she graduated and come on board with us, and she actually came here before she graduated. So she's been here, I guess, about 3 years. Is that
Yeah,
right?
so right about that, yeah.
Something like that. So she was worked here while she was working. So she was really busy, and learned it very well, taught me a lot about it. But she is our primary worker on this program, very much rely on this part, and it very much helps our business thrive. We have 9 employees here. That does include me and my wife, Renee. She's very valuable, and she's one segment of what we do to produce kitchens for people in the area.
Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ms. Balance?
Yeah, our company, basically I'm the only one that does what I do, the 3D models, and we're trying to go from where it's in CAD and then it's going to the machine shop without having to go through any paperwork. We're trying to go from the CAD CAM.
Right.
And I know that we still got some learning to do on how to do that and get that done. But I use Inventor almost totally now as opposed to AutoCAD. I still occasionally have to use AutoCAD due to the fact that we still have old 2D drawings that have never been updated into a 3D model. But as I go along, I'm changing them over basically to
Right.
Inventor. So far I haven't tried, Fusion, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna try, but maybe the next one that I train to take my place will have that knowledge. And I'm kind of counting on John to point me in the right direction when I get to that point. But I know the COA has made a big difference in my life, just knowing that I can do this, and when I retire, I can do remote work.
Right.
I can sit at home, and because my husband, he's got like 3 more years before he can retire. So, and I'm not going to retire without him. But yeah, but I don't know what else to say, to be honest with you. I
Okay.
mean, Hoffer's been around for a long time, and
Yes.
hopefully it'll stay around because we are a multi-million-dollar company.
Yes. We actually interviewed Jason last week for our computer integrated machining video. So
He did tell me that.
yeah.
And, we have got a lot of machinists that came through the program,
Yes.
and they are great. They're
Yeah.
just,
So you guys benefit from more than one of our programs for sure.
for sure.
Um, yeah. So Logan, I have one more question for you. For anyone that, well, let's see how I want to frame this. So there may be folks out there that are kind of just starting to question what is CAD. Maybe this is something I'm interested in, or they could really know they're interested in it. But what advice would you give to a student who may be considering this program and maybe considering this for a career? What advice would you give them?
Honestly, to just kind of go for it. That like I went through the test drive event, like she mentioned. I went through the first one, and initially I actually almost went through the machining track, but being able to do that test drive and seeing all those different options would probably be, it was invaluable information to be able to make a decision on which of the two would actually be better for my skill set.
Yeah.
The I can't get over how much the faculty was helpful, and it really was nice to go through this program. Like it was like a nice change of pace for everything else that I've been dealing with. And I mean, it helped me get the job that I'm in right now. So
Yeah.
they do a lot to try and make sure that their students are taken care of. And I feel like if you're gonna go for it, to go for it.
I think you're going to be on my next video for test drives.
I just have to say, she just, like just reminded me too. I think that that's a huge, piece too, is that, COA is always an open door.
Yes.
We talk about our test drives, but that lab, anytime students want to come in and use the lab, use the software, we let them
I
come
was in the
in.
lab so often, man.
Yeah. I remember, it's not just those normal class times, that if you need to come in and work, and, our campuses, we always use the word family here at COA. You're part of the family. And I think that that's one of the things about our computer aided drafting program, is that you become kind of a family in that lab. The setup is nice. You have your own workstation, so to speak, but it's a really comfortable work area as well.
And what's unique about our call today is that we're all COA family.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, we are.
graduates, instructor, and us here from the leadership side. So, yeah, we're all a family. And once you become part of the Dolphin family, you stay part of the Dolphin family.
Yeah.
Yep. So I want to thank you all for sharing with us today. I think this will be very helpful for people that may be considering or even intrigued by what is CAD, or considering it as an opportunity for them. We're, of course, always interested in providing better skills, better jobs, and a better future, and transforming tomorrows for everyone that we can. So thank you all, and have a great day.